Hi guys, welcome to Engelgeist. This is Dan. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is an all signs daily broadcast. It is meant for everyone who sees it whenever you see it. So although it's originally created for Saturday, the 2nd of April, it's not necessarily solely set for that date. If you're seeing it on a date outside of that time, it's okay. If the message still makes sense, use the message. Don't worry about the date. I believe that the message finds its way to us when we need it rather than when it's originally intended for. For those of you that follow along, though, just, add this to the dailies that have been going on sequentially. You will hear me refer back to the underpinning energy or Sunday's reading, which is going to be located at the end of this video in the lower left-hand corner. If you want to watch that to see the underpinning energy for this week and kind of why I'm discussing cards that you don't see present, all of that is included in the Sunday weekly video. Beyond that, if you want to support the channel, please hit the thumbs up button. Hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I do another video. Leave me a question or comment on the video and definitely share the video out. Help me get my channel out there. I'm not really sure how to naturally grow my channel. So any help would be greatly appreciated. All right. So let's get into this and see what's going on for Saturday the 2nd. I am pre-taping these. By the time you see these, I will be in New York for a mediumship weekend. So be aware of that. So these are being taped days ahead so that I have them preloaded and ready to go. So I just have to release them. And then I can be ready for class in the morning. But that's it. That's pretty much all you need to know. And happy Aries season. So let's see what's going on. And here's our card for the day. We have the Page of Swords. I love this. So the Page of Swords, to me, pages are always youthful, right? I mean, that's a given. And so that with that youthfulness, to me, it always indicates like an excitement, a newness. Sometimes pages can bring, deliver messages, new information. The Page of Swords is definitely about new information. I've heard it referred to as the private investigator of the deck, right? The little private eye, like there might be something afoot that we're unaware of that we need to investigate further to find out more information on, right? We need to dig a little bit deeper. Swords is the element of air and that of logic, right? Or our mental realm, our thoughts, how we communicate, how we express ourselves. Pages, because of their youth, aren't necessarily going to be able to express themselves or understand things quite as well, right? They're still in that learning phase or studying phase. And that's what I feel like the Page of Swords is, in the sense that they are an investigator. They're researching. They're trying to find the right path, the right route, the most logical scenario for them, right? What I do love about this page and how it's depicted is she's carrying this book, right? So she's soaking in that mental knowledge or wisdom. She's learning more in the moment. Like that's something about pages too. Their youthfulness, their exuberance, their openness to learning what they need to know to evolve or grow keeps them very much sort of in that present moment as the knowledge base builds, right? For whatever we're working on. Each one of you is going to be working on something different at this time, or looking at something different, contemplating something different, thinking about, okay, if I do this, will this happen? Or if I do that, how would that look? That's sort of the vibe of the Page of Swords, right? Page of Swords can be a bit suspicious. I'll be honest about that. That's also the investigation aspect of it. It can sometimes indicate that there's something afoot that isn't necessarily clearly visible or out there in the open. So be aware of that. I don't get a bad vibe from this. I feel like with all of those light bulbs, and I love the depiction of the light bulbs as balloons with the birds flying around, it's giving you very much air element, logic, feeling. There's a lot of ideas probably swirling around her right now. And I feel like she's trying to ground herself in the knowledge of what she already knows, which is within that book. But she's trying to stay open to new avenues or thought with those balloon / light bulbs above her head. You know, it's kind of like that flash of inspiration or that flash of wisdom, things coming together for her. If we're not feeling like they're quite together just yet, that's okay. That would be page energy. That's the youthfulness. That's the living in the moment. That's the trying to figure it out as we go. But pages are always up for the challenge, right? So we want to tap into our wisdom, what we know to be true for ourselves, but also remain open to the ideas of some of those truths potentially changing. Not necessarily negatively changing. It could be very much a positive change, but we have to sort of be open to that idea of being educated in a way, or having enough of an open mind to let our thoughts transform, our communications transform, how we communicate, allowing that to transform, right? And letting that be a possibility, not being stuck in a certain way of expecting something to be how it always is. Does that make sense? Like with pages, there's always change, there's always growth, there's always evolution. And so here we are evolving our thoughts, how we see a situation, how we communicate within a situation, how we perceive a situation. We're going to do it logically, but we're going to be learning how to do it differently, if that makes sense, right? And I kind of get a really good feeling like that there's an open mind. Oh, hold on one second. I hear the dogs being brats. 1 second. Sorry about that. So we should be open to new ideas, new ways of thought today. Underneath this, or the underpinning energy of this, is that end of the week card of the 10 of Pentacles. So I would not be surprised if new opportunities to better provide for ourselves, the ones that we love, what's the word I'm looking for? Like just new pathways should be opening up with this Page of Swords here. Be open to new possibilities of a thought, communication, that also utilize what you already know, but also teach you something different in the process, right? When I look at this Page of Swords, what I'm also noticing too is her feet are on a tightrope, right? As she's studying or as she's looking at what she knows to be true in that book, she's open to new ideas. And there is these birds kind of flying around her. This sort of things might feel slightly precarious, right, for her. But underneath that is that grounding, wonderful, abundant nature of the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like she's being led, or we are being led through new thought and new learning to more stable, better, grounded, provided for space, if that makes sense, right? So take the journey, take the excitement, enjoy everything as you learn and as you go, and investigate stuff. Make sure that things are as they seem, right? Or what's being told to you is indeed true, right? Is it true for you rather than true for whomever is telling you whatever it is they're saying to you, right? The Page of Swords is going to use her logic over anything else, right? She's going to be smart about it rather than emotional, right? She's going to be sort of possibly detached a little bit. But she's going to find the path and she's going to walk that fine line. That's kind of the tightrope that I see her on that gets us to that success of the 10 of Pentacles. So keeping that in mind, remain open, guys, to whatever's available and out there for you. And balance it, like weigh it against what you already know to be true. And then even question sort of what might have been true in the past may no longer be true now, is kind of the vibe that I'm getting too from her, right? This wind that's got her hair swept up and these birds flying around her. The birds to me signify a couple things. For some of you, it's like spirits around us watching over us, right? And then for others of you, it's like it's distractions. I get this distinct distraction thing where these things are flying around her trying to get her attention when she's trying to sort of balance between what she knows to be true and what could now possibly be the new truth, right? And that's those light bulbs that she's got in her hand above her head. What she's almost waiting for one of those to go off, right? For that aha moment of, okay, this is what we do. And when we get that aha moment, it could very well be something new to us or that we did not expect. So keep that in mind moving forward. Keep an open mind, and you will be fine. You will learn something today. That's definitely a Page of Swords aspect. So here is the Oracle card from the Sacred Forest Oracle. And again, thank you, Jennifer, for these decks. This is Forest Temple, card number 19, which I love. It's still a 10 because I think we had card 37 yesterday when I filmed. Card number 19 is a 10, which is a 1. Same with 37. It's a 10, which is a 1, which is a focus on the self, always for me when I look at things numerologically. The card is called Forest Temple, and it's enlightenment. And what I love about this is the Page of Swords would very much be about becoming enlightened in some area of her life around something that she maybe thought she already knew. I don't know why, but I'm somewhat obsessed with that book in her hand. She's carrying the weight of that book, which is the knowledge base that we carry with us, right? And it's not to say that what we know or our experiences aren't necessarily correct or valid, but it is to say that there is something new out there for us, swirling about us, maybe making us feel like we are challenged to rise above to it, to learn it, to see it, to adapt to it. And that's some of this card that I feel like is in the word enlightenment in Forest Temple. I'll read you the story, but to me, there is an awareness between these two cards that could be somewhat out of the blue for some of you. I kind of get the feeling. I also like the kind of gold color tones that these cards are giving me. Like it's this sort of flash of new light, new energy, new perspective that maybe wakes us up. Forest Temple also gives me this idea of, finding our way to our destination within the forest, right? And the forest would indicate, similar to those birds for some of you on the Page of Swords, maybe being distracted by the environment or what's going on around us. And now we're actually reaching our destination, which would be the Forest Temple, right? But to do that, we have to do that further investigation. We have to open up our mind. We have to be willing to kind of potential new thought. And then we find that sort of arrival. So let me read Forest Temple to you. Forest Temple, enlightenment. The sound of delicate chanting fills the forest. You follow the sound as you walk down a meandering path into a small clearing. Before you, a forest temple becomes visible. As you get closer, it feels that the chanting is penetrating deep into your soul. Something seems to be shifting within you. Everything is the same, yet everything is somehow different. And that is kind of what's going on with this Page of Swords. She has, everything is the same is the book that she's holding, right? But everything being different is the wind swirling around her, the birds, those light bulbs above her. Things are about to change. How we see things are about to change. Meditate on the light within you and around you. Connect with the ever-present energy of the divine. Right now, your awareness is increasing. Your ability to understand the world is shifting. More and more, you can see situations from all points of view, and this creates an expansion in all parts of your life. This card can also reflect times when you are seeing the world from only your personal point of consciousness, which is dramatically restricting possibilities for you. A one-side, adamant view of life can block a vast influx of light, joy, and connection to the Creator. Strict adherence to your beliefs can obstruct wonderful opportunities from flooding your life. That would be also Page of Swords. Remember, I said that the pages are youthful and they need to be willing to learn and stay open-minded. Be willing to step outside your limited points of view and see the world from the other's perspectives and your life will expand. In temples throughout the world, initiates withdraw from their surroundings in order to gain an expanded perception of the inner reality of life. Intuition and healing abilities emerge during these times. Light is flooding into your life now. With enlightenment, you'll feel the expansion from a limited sense of self and you'll feel the expansion from a limited sense of self to an awareness of the cosmos around you. The spirit of the forest temple says, positive changes are coming. You are lightening up, feel buoyant and free. And that's also Page of Swords. I kind of feel like she's being lifted by those new ideas, those new light bulbs there. Your connection to spirit is deepening. That's the birds, guys. Old beliefs about who you are and what you deserve in life are falling away, replaced by incredible new paths. Okay. The incredible new paths is sort of that tightrope that she's walking, right? And the old beliefs is that book that she's referencing. And it's not to say that our old beliefs or experiences aren't valid, but are they really what works for us in today's world? And leading her to this expansion or this new place of being, that is the Ten of Pentacles that rests underneath this from Sunday's reading. So here is your grounding stone to ground in today. And this is beautiful. I love it. It's the word believe. What are our beliefs? What do we believe to be true for ourselves? Are they outdated? Do we need to change them? Are we willing to change our beliefs and what we believe in ourselves, in others, in situations, right? As we begin to sort of inspect them, search them, change them, possibly alter them, or be open even, just this, excuse me, just the possibility of being open to them changing can create great and giant shifts in our perception. It can enlighten us, and it can give us new beliefs that allow us the freedom to reach that Ten of Pentacles, that allow us the opportunity to move towards greater expansion and perception of our experience and what we're creating. All right, that is your forecast for the day. I hope that it makes sense. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you're new to me, please, again, subscribe to the channel, share the channel out, leave a question or comment. For all of my commenters, I really do appreciate the people that do comment. It just shows activity on the channel and that people are live and looking at things. And I know that that helps the algorithm. Share this out on your social media pages or wherever you think it would best be utilized. All of that stuff helps me to get the word out and continue to watch every day. I do appreciate all of my regular viewers. And even those that I don't know that are out there, because I know that I must have some that I've yet to meet. But this is still very much a baby channel. Help me to grow my baby. And believe in yourself and be open to, the possibility of how you perceive things changing today. And they should be very positive changes with that Ten of Pentacles underneath. All right, have a wonderful day and take care, you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye-bye.